So I really don't know how I'm going to tell you this. So I'm going to let Palisa and Makoto tell the story.
And then, no, wait. I go to the funeral. When I come back, I find Palisa passed out. It was Nkululeko and Tepo in the balcony. I think Neba Prailo, what? Nele Prailo, right? I find Palisa passed out. Tepo was like, yo, dog, come through. To you. Yeah, oh, one piece of I go into the bedroom. Palisa passed out, but weirdly, she's naked.
Hi, boy.
Let me take you back.
And your husband is
He
calling
opens
people.
the blanket like this, like.
Opens the blanket. No.
So in his thing, it's like, no, in effect, he ravished her so much that she got tired by rounds.
Yeah.
Rounds.
It's not true. We
What?
went out for a drink. We went out for drinks, but like literally we just had one drink each, and then we went to buy meat to fry at home. It was a Sunday, I remember very well. I was sitting outside. We were at the balcony. You're right. We were buying. But I don't know that you guys came because I passed out. Sapo came with a glass of wine. I did not ask for a glass of wine. He just gave me a glass of wine. Babe, here's a drink. I'm like, oh, okay, cute. But I didn't ask for, because I don't want to drink. I normally don't drink on Sundays because I wake up very early. I wake up at 6 o'clock on a Monday. I have to go to work. And work is far. So considering that we had moved to somewhere else now, Taba Echo. So the last thing I remember was me drinking that one glass. And then I woke up the next day confused.
No way.
Confused to the core. I went to work, but I didn't think of getting, because even when I spoke to the CEO, I'm like, I don't know what happened. I was so confused. I didn't even think of taking blood tests or anything like that. But I even asked them, can you please check the footage that day? What happened? They checked and they said no. But he's an IT guy. He was the first one to discover.
So that day you only drank one glass.
I had one. I don't even think I finished that glass. Let me tell you, when I came back, I went to Makoto. They were upstairs. I went to Makoto, Makoto's apartment with Nkulego. And when I got there, I think I had some products because I work for a cosmetic company. I get some products. I wanted to give her some. And then Makoto said, what happened yesterday? And I said, no, Tep and I went out. And I kept it there because that's all I could remember. Right? We went out for drinks during the day. And she said, but your state was not okay. I'm like, what happened? That's what I'm saying. It's very dangerous, guys. You are in the hands of someone who shows signs of...
Do you think he spiked you?
I don't have proof, so I don't even know. But I asked them, I double dare you to ask production. I asked them to check. There was a day they sat and went through the footage that day. Because we had cameras in the house, right? In the apartment, he is 24/7. Just in the lounge, in the bedroom, there was nothing. So he could have. That's why I jumped when that lady said he took pictures of her and then with this lawsuit, because there was a lawsuit post shooting where Tepo wanted footages removed from the editing, where Bongani asked about the abuse, where he throws my clothes outside, where he said, sharp.
Hi guys, my name is Handakati and welcome to my YouTube channel where I give you my takes and opinions on trending topics happening globally. Today I'm going to be speaking about the damning allegations against Tsepo and Married at First Sight Mzansi Season 2 that have been brought forth by Palisa Mpaki after a sit-down interview with the MacG podcast. My name is Handakati and... Oh, did I already say that? Oh, I said that. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into it. So as you guys see, it's really, really bad. I don't even know what to say because these are really serious allegations, and we are about to he's trigger happy, but he's always ready to serve assist and desist. He's always ready to give out legal orders and things of that nature. So I don't want to say anything that's incriminating, but I will say that these are really big allegations, and I will say that I don't believe Upalesa 100%. I don't believe her 100%, and I hate that I'm saying that as a woman, but I don't believe her 100% because I don't think uTshepo is stupid enough to do something engambophisa when there's cameras in the house. So it's alleged when you continue watching the MacG interview, uTshepo says there are 2 cameras in the apartment, and Upalesa did mention, she did happen to mention there are 2 cameras that are put in the apartment that you guys are given, basically to document the umshado, and I don't think uTshepo would spike her drink if there were cameras watching. I think there would be footage, but Upalesa alleges uTshepo asked production to give him some of the footage with a law order, you know, like an order from a like a law order. I don't know, what is it, like a court order. I don't know what these legal terms are, but basically it's alleged by Palesa that uTshepo asked for the footage, like asked for some footage from the production team. And I feel like by Palesa saying that or alleging that, she's basically saying not only is Tsepo kind of dangerous, but she's also basically saying just the production house in itself, it connects TV, it needs to be under investigation because they're putting people under a dangerous situation, which is a serious allegation, you know. So I don't know, man. I just don't believe her 100%. Because I don't think, like, no matter if you're a psychopath, because she does allege that Tsepo has psychopathic tendencies. If you're a psychopath, I feel like you're smart enough to, you know what I'm saying, unless you overestimate yourself, because you know how sometimes I'm a psychopath, but like God, this is complicated. But what do you guys think? Do you think Tsepo did it? Tell me in the comment section, and don't forget to press like if you like my videos. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this far. Much love and goodbye.